Hello and welcome to Magical Marker, a game of Dungeons and Dragons and Drawings. We're a bunch of cartoonists and illustrators who won't just be playing the game, but will be drawing what happens along the way. Let's introduce our cast of PG-13 teens and tweens who are on their first big adventure on their own. We've got Priscilla playing...
Hey, I am Priscilla, and I'm playing Expuriel, the 17-year-old half-elf bard.
And we also have Boya, who is playing...
Bug, a warlock bugbear ooze.
and Caitlin, who is playing...
Hi, I'm Kaylin. I play Zip. She is a drow fighter, and she's 16 years old.
And Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I play Swell, who's a Water Ganassi cleric. He's 15 years old.
And I'm Brian, your Dungeon Master, and I'm going to be playing all the NPCs, including Sutran, a severed hand from a spellcaster that is trying to magic herself back a body, and Zip Sister Mog, who is an orc fighter. Last week's session, you guys were in Bug's mountaintop hometown of Cloudkiss during the Festival of Orange Sunshield, a dwarven hero who battled dragons to unite dwarves and goblinoids. Eastbril had run to the stage to engage in a roast battle with the locals. The competition started off easy, but became harder as the show went on. Luckily, the top contender dissed the judge and missed the prize. Eastbril won another bag of gold and a golden ticket that allowed them to jump the line for rides. But rather than enjoy the carnival, East was caught up with part of the squad who were keeping an eye on some criminal activity going on in the industrial area of the city. Mostly quietly, you all discovered a group of goblinoids and a kobold who were sneaking into metal shops and doing something that wasn't theft. What could it be? In Bellows Fellows, Bug and Zip went into their mind palace to put themselves in the shoes of the goblins and found a secret safe behind a painting, the code to open it, and the realization that something was off. Zip and East Boreal nabbed a velvet bag of gems each, but left the other notes and ledgers untouched, hoping that when the guards and goblins who were knocked out, when the guards that the goblins knocked out came to, they would realize that there was something wrong in the office space and investigate. At a second foundry, called Mithril's Gifts, the heroes alerted the guards to the burglar's presence, but only after they'd just left. It took some convincing, but the guards seemed to believe that the somewhat dodgy-looking teens believed them and were going to go investigate, but your party had rushed off to follow the criminal crew to their next location, and that's where we pick up tonight, with you in lukewarm pursuit of the infuriating infiltrators. So last time, Swell had made a survival check to figure out which way would they have gone and had successfully indicated they probably went that way. Like that would make the most sense from the direction they ran, where they were, and what's still, what's a logical street to go down, and probably where you should be going.
Well, who's following? Who's coming with?
Me.
So guys, lead the way.
Ruffle.
We'll head on off.
All right. You guys run, and you're a little bit behind. Let me do a check to see how easy it is to get into the next building. Oh, they get in pretty quickly. So you're going to come around to, you round a couple of corners and you get to another large metal shop foundry type place. And you see the familiar goblin guard on one corner and a bugbear guard on the other corner. And you give me a stealth check to see if they notice you, because you're trying to catch up. If you want to not be seen right away. If you want to just run at them and go, then, there's no need for a stealth check. But if you guys are trying to stop and then, sneak around behind and surround them or something like that, then I need stealth checks.
Well, I think where we left off, Swell was kind of getting a little bit antsy because he's a boy of action. He's an action boy. I'm just curious if Ispiro is going to try and rein him in or anything like that.
Esporio is sneaking. I'm not sure if you would necessarily hold Swell back unless Swell literally starts screaming.
She might.
Well, Zip failed her stealth check, so she got you back. She'll run in with you.
I got 22.
I think Swell's walking fast, but then like sees like everyone else trying to be quiet, so he's like, "Oh, okay," and then tries to be quiet as well. Oh, natural 20 and a 16. That's with disadvantage.
Okay, so 16 from Swell. Zip was a fail of some sort. What was it?
I got a 7.
And Bug?
Wait, do we have disadvantage?
No, if you're wearing armor, you do. Like certain armors give you extra weight and noise.
And I got 22.
Okay. And Esporeal?
16.
16. That's a group success. So Mog and Zip are being a little bit noisy, but you guys are like, shh. And then you sort of check yourself like, sorry, I'll run a little quieter. And you manage to sneak up without them noticing that you've come up on them. They're in front of a building called Anvon's Adamantine Anvils.
I think because they didn't come out carrying anything, did they?
Nothing more than what they went in with. So if they took something out, it was something that was, like maybe they took out a ledger or a envelope or a deed or something like that. But they certainly weren't smuggling out an anvil or, a robot or something. Unless it was like a tiny little robot. Like
I think at this point, trying to find out what they are doing will require either questioning them or knocking them out and searching them. So go forth, my children. Try havoc. And he is going to cast Bless on Swell, Zip, and Bug. So that means you get a D4 to any attack roll saving throw for up to.
Or up to what?
Or on attack rolls.
I think it lasts a minute, is what you're saying?
Yes. So anytime you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you can add a D4 to that result.
All right. Well, do they? Each of the guards on the corners have line of sight on the other, right?
Yep.
All right. Is there one that's kind of like close to us?
Not where you currently are. If you wanted to sneak around behind, you totally could. I mean, there's other ways to get at where they're at. It will just take a bit of time in order to sneak up behind.
And what sort of distance do we have between where we are and that?
I'd say that it's a nice big street here because they'd be used to carrying around fairly large things that they've constructed, in an industrial area, fairly wide street. So I'd say at least 20 feet between you and them, like 20, probably 25 if you're including that you're hiding behind something, 25 to 30 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to draw sort of. Actually, maybe it will make these not lined up perfectly. And we have a goblin here, and a bugbear here, and an entrance here, and you guys have arrived behind some stuff in an alleyway where the dot is. And so in order to get from here to where he is, I'm going to say that's 30 feet. He might walk a little bit closer and get to 25 feet as he's sort of walking around and sort of pacing around in this general area, keeping an eye down both sides. Sorry, Priscilla, you were saying something?
Oh, I was going to say, Isburiel, having given his blessing, and then walks off to the other side, is going to walk around the other side of the building to sneak up on the other way.
So are you going to come around this way or come around that way?
Come around this way.
Okay. Coming around to the bugbear side.
Mm-hmm.
I think Swell's gonna wait. So that's the front door right there. That we're kind of like.
This thing here is the front door. There's a big dark rectangle.
Okay. And does it look like that the two guards are kind of like looking at the door periodically? Like, is that kind of they're waiting for someone to exit through there?
Let me do a performance check to see how they're doing. Oh, I got a 1. They're totally eyeing the door and not nonchalant at all.
Okay. I'm just gonna turn around to everyone and say, I'm just gonna go up and knock on the door.
Do it.
And then shrug and start walking down, and then like kind of wave at the goblin on the corner if he sees me, and then just walk up to the door and just like
okay,
and keep walking.
So you walk out and you're walking towards, and the goblin sees like, oi, mate, hey, where are you going?
Oh, I was like,
I'm gonna start. I'll start yelling at the goblin and be like, "Hey yourself!
Hey! I know you guys. Our boss said to leave us alone. You guys looking for trouble?
No, we're not going to touch you. And then I was like, turn around, I'm backing up. And I'm like, we're not going to touch you at all.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm not here for a fight, and I'm gonna like pull my sword out.
And as soon as I get near the door, I'm just knocking on that as loud as I can.
So you're going to keep walking towards the door?
Yeah.
Okay. He pulls out a whistle and blows in the whistle. But you guys don't hear anything.
Oh, so scary! A silent whistle.
Yeah, I guess it's broken. All right, see you later. You're not here for us, I guess. And him and the bugbear just walk off. They walk away from the direction that you are. Around to the back of the building.
Which direction are they going?
They're going that way.
Okay.
All right, I guess I'll follow the bugbear.
So the bugbear is the O and the goblin is the X. So you're going to go towards the O?
Yep.
You know what? I should just change it to a B and a G. Makes the most sense.
Okay.
And we know somewhere inside is a G and a K.
So is the door locked when you were knocking the doors? Because
He didn't actually get over to knock on the door before the goblin started talking, and then has now moved towards the bugbear. If you want to stop and knock on the door on your way, that's fine. But
I said I knocked on the door at least twice. So if I haven't knocked on the door, I'm definitely going to make sure I do that.
So then you go over and you knock on the door, and then you walk over towards the bugbear is.
Well, hold on. No, because what I said is I'm going to start walking towards the door, and as the goblins start speaking, I'm going to turn around and be like, hey man, what's up? And then keep backing up. And as soon as I get near it, I'm going to bang on the door.
Yeah. So he was talking to you. Mm-hmm. He blew you're walking backwards. He blew the whistle. You knocked on the door. The bugbear's walking away. The goblin's walking away now. Where are you going?
Okay, so did he blow the whistle before I knocked on the door? Or because I feel like that's an important part of the process. May or may not ruin things.
Okay, let's do an initiative between the two of us.
That's a 3. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
he was ready
5.
for this. He's got that. You know, that's his main job is to blow the whistle.
Cool.
So he blew the whistle, and then you knocked on the door.
I guess I'm going to run around to the back then.
Around the bugbear side, right? Okay. This should also describe this building as being much like the other ones you saw, where there is a second level window with slats, rather than there being like a ground floor open glass window, like a shop or something, right? Mm-hmm. And there's like chimneys coming out of the top. It's 2-story, and then goes up to 3-story, and then even up to 4 stories, sort of like a stepped level to the back of the building. So we've now got Swell going this way, and East Boreal going this way. What about the rest of you?
I'll go with Swell.
Okay, Zip's going that way. Do you want to go this way, Bug? Or do you want to follow the group?
I'm gonna...
Mog will go with you if you want to go that way.
Yeah, well, because they haven't seen me yet, right? So can I still be like sneaking behind?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I will sneak behind the goblin.
All right, give me a stealth check.
23.
23, okay. Did you want Mog to go with you or Mog to go away from you?
If she's still in stealth, yeah, she can come with me.
Okay, she'll go with you quietly. So you're quieter than Mog, but Mog is still moving pretty quietly. And you guys are creeping after the way the goblin went. But you're going a little more slowly because you're stealthing. The bugbears run off that way, and you guys are all sort of converging, and you see them at the back corner, and then they turn around. It's not exactly to scale, but they're going to turn around that side of the building.
So if I could, I would probably try to get on the other side of the bugbear. Just be like, hey, where's the rush? Where are you going?
So
we have a quick chat?
You're around behind, at least around behind him.
So I'm trying to get like.
So you're here.
On this side.
Yeah, but the bugbear's gone that way and around the corner. Like while you were at the door, they started walking that way. So they're around ahead of you.
There's no chance I can try and distract him while Eastburial sneaks up behind him to hit him.
Right. So Eastburial is still back because you walked up pretty quickly. You didn't say, I'm going to wait for East to get to the corner and give me a signal or something. You just walked right up.
Sure.
So East is behind you, and the bugbear is already in flight. You can see him like before he goes around the corner. If there's something like I want to cast a spell to make him slip in some water or shoot a magic bolt at him or shoot him with an arrow or something, like you've got a couple of seconds before he turns the corner, like one round. But he was hustling, doing like a double move to get around the corner of the building.
Okay, I'm going to cast command on him and just say, stop.
Okay. What's range on command?
It is 60 feet.
All right. And what is the saving throw I need to make?
13. Wisdom.
Ooh. He stops for a second and he's like, he got to 12. So he's just stopping slowly. Okay. That gives you a round of catching up. So he's not quite around the corner. You're going to catch up to him when he's here.
Okay. But just say, hey, what's the rush? We got off to a bad start before. We just thought we'd, check in, make sure we're all good, and try and distract him long enough for Eastburial to get behind him.
Okay, Eastburial's still like at least around behind you guys. Because Eastburial had to go all the way around the building.
I'm just going to hit him with my Warhammer then. Nothing else is working, so I'm
all right.
Just going to do a hit.
Okay.
I'm trying different things here, but I'm not getting anything. So it's like, hey, what's the rush? And then like just clobber him over the head.
Okay. Since on his turn he does nothing, so you cast the spell, move forward. On his turn he just waits. Zip actually would get there before you if Zip wants to. Actually, no, you're following after. So no, you and Zip probably arrive at the same time because you had an extra 30 feet. So Swell's going to get there first.
If I see Swell hit him, I'm also going to hit him.
All right, so we'll do Swell and then Zip and then the bugbear.
Okay. Roll to hit?
Yep.
I'm going to use it two-handed. So I rolled an 18 to hit.
18 is going to hit. He's wearing a bit of armor.
And I should specify here, my aim is to just knock him out. I'm not
doing lethal damage.
Kill him, yeah.
Okay.
And that's going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You give him a good smack while he is stopped, as you said. And then does that end your turn?
I guess that's my attack. And
do you have a bonus?
Oh, I could have added. Oh no, it doesn't matter. I still hit, so it's fine. Yeah. Cast spiritual weapon behind me.
All right. Shimmering into sight is some sort of thundercloud, lightning bolt hammer that appears.
So it's Zip, then the bugbear, then me, and then behind me a little bit is the spiritual weapon. Is what I'm picturing in my mind. But tell me if that's right.
I'm picturing like you caught up to him here, and then Zip, if she wants on her turn, can get around behind.
Sure.
And then your spiritual weapon can be like where the X is.
Well, I mean, it's more to create like a little bit of a barrier if anyone comes running around the corner here. So I would have.
So you want to have it there? Okay. And so go ahead, Zip.
This is one of the guys who rolled me earlier, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to say to him, like, oh, how's it feel to be surrounded now, huh? And I'm going to hit him with, like, the bottom of my sword. So I'm not going to, like, slash him, but I'm going to, like, whack him on the head. That was a 19 to hit with a damage of 12.
Okay. He takes it. Yeah. You're looking for trouble, huh?
Just paying back what you're owed.
He takes a breath, and on his turn, Boreal, you're going to be able to stealth up. Do you want to give me a stealth check?
That is a 11. But when he came around the side of the thing, he quickly discarded his cloak on like over a barrel at one point, and then mutters some words. And as he emerges around the side of it, he looks a little bit taller, actually, a little bit more filled out. His shirt sleeves are kind of like bulking out against his frame now, it looks like, and his skin has gotten paler and his hair is now kind of a short blonde look.
Okay.
And he looks like just like a sort of rough muscle human, a little bit, just like burly. It's got some scars and that sort of thing.
Okay. So with an 11, unfortunately, that is his passive perception. So he's going to spot you. But you are now within 30 feet at the end of your turn.
And so at that point, so he saw them pursuing the bugbear, right?
Yep.
And he doesn't see anyone at the front now?
That's correct.
And there's nobody at the door?
That's correct. Not currently.
He might actually not have gone all the way up then. He might go south toward the door, seeing as the two are there. He's still holding on to Bless, but other than that,
okay,
he wants to try the front door.
So you'll get to the front door, and you try the door, and it is unlocked. And you can open the door if you would like, and that would end your turn.
I would like.
Okay. Are you like?
Do I have time
flinging...
to peek in? No, I'm peeking.
Are you you're just doing a little peek? It is dark inside. You see like a little bit of like there's some lanterns lit around, giving off sort of an orangey red glow, but it's not super well lit.
I do have dark vision.
Okay. In the dark vision, you can see that this metal shop has got a variety of anvils, and there's lots of, the chains hanging from the ceiling so they can pick up and lower things, lots of stoves and things like that. But the main things that they seem to be working on here are building some sort of suits of armor and helmets and weapons and things like that for humanoid people, and that's your first glance in. Is like it seems to be like some sort of armory.
Do I see movement? People?
Give me a perception check.
Is 15.
15. You can see that there is some movement on the top of one of the balcony railings walking around. You can catch one of the guards walking around, that there's like a bugbear in armor walking past, and he's like looking carefully around, trying to spot something or stalk something.
Did I hear the knock when I was making my way back around the back of the building?
I think so. I think Swell wanted to make it like a nice big loud ka-chang, not a...
Oh, yeah, it was the loudest knock you've ever heard.
You could do.
In the history of knocks.
Does it look like the guard has responded, or there's anyone coming toward the door?
There might be somebody coming towards the door, but you don't see them on this, 3-second peek that you're getting into the room.
Okay. That will be it for me.
Okay. And then I want to end the bugbear's turn, which is him saying, all right, I'll give you one chance to walk away. You don't know who you're messing with. I don't know who I'm messing with either, and maybe I'm out of my league here, but I'm pretty sure you are. And then that's going to end his turn, and I'm going to go to Bug, who is sneaking up behind the goblin, who is around here. What do you want to do? You're hidden, and the goblin gets to this corner and is looking up at the building from the back.
Wait, looking up? So I think I'm just gonna keep spying.
Okay.
Yeah. Until something, I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
And you can hear a bit of a commotion from the building, like the other side. You can hear some clang, clang. But not much. It's not super loud. So then we're going to go back to Swell.
So that hit that I didn't look like it did much?
I mean, it definitely injured him. It's not like one of those things where, it's like, oh, it looks like your weapon had no effect. It's just that he's a seasoned warrior, so you getting it's hard to get a good hit on him that, it's like,
okay.
That what could have been shattering somebody's jaw if they were just some mook who had never fought before. This guy, stepped out of the way and, you caught the shoulder instead or something and, bounced off some armor. Like, the way I try to visualize, what hit points are is, how well you're able to avoid getting hurt. Not necessarily that, how much damage you're doing, because, 5 points of damage on a commoner is, basically knocking them straight out.
Yeah.
But 5 points of damage on a warrior is them getting a little bruise on their arm. And it seems more like that. Like you're dealing with somebody who, maybe isn't going to be super toughest person you ever fought, but it also isn't a pushover. Isn't necessarily afraid of you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay.
I guess Zip and I are flanking now.
Yep. You got advantage.
Cool. And a D4 you said for bless, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, that is going to be 20 something. An 18 just with the roll, and then 5, so 23.
You got it.
And it's only going to be 6 points of damage this time.
All right. And do you want to use your spiritual weapon to give him a knock?
It's behind me. I'm trying to prepare for when the rest of the crew comes around.
It's okay. You
Might
can
as
move
well
it
hit
as
it
part
with
of
it.
your free action. You can move it 20 feet and do an attack.
Alright. Do a hit.
I remember it being 20 feet because it's supposed to be just slow enough to not catch somebody who's running away.
Yeah. It's gonna miss though. I rolled the 2 plus. It would be a 7. 7 to hit.
He sidesteps it. All right, sit.
Want to hit? Want to hit him? It's 22 to hit
That's a hit.
and another 12 damage.
All right.
I'm not hitting him with the back of the sword anymore. I'm hitting him properly.
Okay. He is bloodied at this point. He's looking pretty beat up. Is that going to end your turn, or do you want to do something else?
That's all I got.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can bonus action, take an extra attack, can't you? Or is that higher levels?
I've already used all of my extra stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Okay.
I got into that fight earlier, so
Right.
I'm running on fumes right now.
Yeah.
Did you get healed at all?
I got healed, yeah, but I don't have it. I don't have any of my. Well, I've got a few superiority dice left, but I don't have my extra attacks and stuff.
I should point out that you and Bug would have had a short rest.
Oh, we did?
Yes, because you were waiting around for Eastboreal to finish his roast.
Oh, well, in that case, sure, I'll hit him again. I can use my action surge.
All right.
Ooh. I think I missed him.
Does it include the D4?
Yeah, I only got a 9.
Oh,
All right.
Wait, with advantage for flanking?
Yeah, even with advantage.
Oh
It's
no.
bad rolls.
So that one he sidesteps. Go
What's
ahead.
that?
That's a roll of 9, or with everything added on, that was 9?
The roll was the highest roll was 8, and then I rolled the d4 and it was 1. So the total
okay.
was 9.
No. What's your attack bonus to hit with your
Yeah,
sword?
that was with my attack.
That was with?
bonus.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what I mean. Bad
Sorry,
rolls.
when I heard roll, I thought you meant that.
I think story-wise, what's playing out here is the first, he is fine, go ahead, hit me, because you're hitting him with the blunt of your sword and that kind of stuff, and then you hit him with the actual part of your sword, and he's like, ah, and it's ready for the next one. He's bobbing and weaving a little bit, but he's not super scared. But when he sees you're out for blood, he's like, ah, no, not cool.
How do you mean actually hit me?
I think it was going to be painful. East Boreal, I'm going to jump to you before I do the bugbear. So, what do you want to do now that you peek and you see those things happening or not happening?
So it doesn't look like the guard I can see was moving toward the door.
No, it seemed to be moving towards the back.
Interesting. Okay.
Give me a perception check now. It's a new turn. Fresh perception.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yeah, you hear some quiet footsteps moving towards the front door. They sound heavy.
Okay. I will take up a position in stealth just outside the door. And ready in action.
What's your action?
My action will be... Yeah, okay. Actually, no, I don't want that. My action will, I draw out my rapier and will actually just attack. Nice.
So you ready your rapier, and you are waiting, but I want to know who or what would you attack? Are you going to attack a guard that comes out?
If I see one of this team that we've seen sneaking around, then I'll attack them.
Okay.
If it's I will kind of hide, like, I keep the rapier sort of low to me, and then I just wait and see what it looks like, who's coming out.
Okay. Then the bugbear is just looks at you, Zip, and says, "You've just unlocked a whole bunch of trouble with the key."
Like I care.
You and Swell can both do history checks.
I
Minus
got a
1.
5. She really doesn't care.
That's a 14.
14. The key is the name of a globe-spanning criminal organization.
Globes.
Yeah. And then he draws his sword and swings at Zip. It's like, and you just step out of the way, like it just bounces off your chest plate.
I'm gonna riposte him,
Okay.
which is my sort of what do you call it? Counterattack?
Yep.
Ooh, and I got a 24 to hit,
That's a hit.
and then 13 damage.
Okay. 13 damage. Is still up, and then he does his second attack, and he counterattacks with his sword and strikes Zip for 2d8 plus 3 damage. 11 damage. And that's going to end his turn. He's going to back himself against the wall so that he's got one of you on either side, but his back is to the wall instead of to the street. Because he was just kind of standing there not super scared before. Now you can see some fear in his eye. Especially Swell, who's got this insight. You see, like, he's got still a look of not being scared in his eyes. But it's he's losing it. He's losing that level of confidence.
There's a little bit of worry.
Yeah. It's like, this is going to hurt. And then it is, I'm going to jump to the goblin. The goblin is looking around and makes his way towards a back exit. And he's still looking up. And he starts trying to fidget with the lock. And is doing something with the lock at the back of the door. Or the back entrance. So, Bug, any reaction to that? Just going to keep watching.
Well, I get closer and see, move. Like I follow him a little bit.
Sure. I'm going to just let you keep the same stealth check you had before. You're fine.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna keep watching. Do I notice anything?
I mean, you can hear like some sounds of pain from around the corner. The sounds of a battle going on.
Okay. Nothing. If I look up, there's nothing.
You don't see anything.
Okay.
And then we're going to jump to Swell.
Okay. How is Zip looking?
She's looking like she just got hit pretty hard.
Okay.
And didn't use her hit dice when she took a short rest.
Oh my god. Classic Zip.
She's looking like this is the second time she's been in a fight tonight.
Alright, I will
But don't waste it. You just
don't waste it.
just go for the gold.
Well, do what your character would do. Is your character worried about Zip, or is your character worried about taking out the threat? What would Swell do?
WW. Oh, that would be what would Sunder do, and he definitely has one of those bracelets.
Yeah, what would Sunder do right now?
He would do a hit. So we're not flanking anymore, is that what you're saying?
No, you are.
Okay.
He's still being attacked from two sides. It's just that I was giving a little bit of flavor to how he's...
Oh, okay. I thought maybe
You know.
he was like moving out, so we had to... Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'll try and hit him again. And it's an action to don a shield, right? Is that what we were going with?
You know, I'll give it to you as a movement. If you want to use your movement for the round, you can...
Okay. Yeah, this hit will be single-handed.
I think it would be like the same thing as getting up. It would be half your move, just for future...
Okay. So that's going to be an 18 to hit.
18. It's a hit. Just barely. Almost gets out of the way.
And then single-handed with a hammer. 1d8. Great. That's going to be 9 points of damage.
Are you knocking out or not knocking out?
Yeah, I'm still. I know Zip's going for the kill, but I'm trying to be. We need to question him.
All right, you hit him with the hammer, like right upside the head, and he's like, and just falls to the ground.
Haha! High five. Nice.
All right.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do at the end of the turn, like as a bonus action or anything?
Well, I've just got my shield out, and I'm like, okay. I'll look for some rope. I'll start looking for some rope at least to tie him up.
I'm going to move out of initiative.
I have rope in my newly reacquired backpack. If you want to use that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to move out of initiative. I'm going to move to East Boreal, though. After a little bit of time, you see what looks like another guard, a bugbear, bright red fur compared to like usually you're seeing a lot of brown furred one. This one is like, like a redheaded bugbear basically, peeking out. And it has like a guard. Let's see if they spot you. They do not spot you because you're hidden in behind something, I guess. I don't, because if you're within striking distance of the door, that he would probably see you when you came out. When he came out.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he's like, "What's going on?"
Hey, I thought I saw some like really suspicious looking types just hanging around on the corners.
What do they look like?
There was a bugbear and a goblin.
More descriptive.
Bugbear with whatever armor he has on, he describes, and then the goblin, whatever the, coloration, etc.
Okay.
He basically just describes the two who were on
Okay.
watch.
Huh. All right. Thank you, concerned citizen, and closes the door. And you hear like lock and bolt go across.
Good grief. The girls here don't seem to take anything seriously. And then he's gonna go south, around the side where the goblin went. He heard a lot of shouting from the northwest corner and has gone still, so he assumes everything's fine over there. So he'll go the other way. That doesn't have any noise.
Okay. So you sneak around the back, and you manage to catch up with Bug and Mog, who are hiding behind some crates, watching Goblin, who just slightly opens. He's opened a door a crack, Bug, and has stepped away and is now hiding himself in amongst some of other stuff on the street, street furniture or whatever. And Zip and Swell, you're tying up the unconscious bugbear. And then one of the vents up high swings out like that, and a rope comes down, and you see a goblin and a kobold start descending. Well, sorry, a goblin starts descending, and a kobold stays there and waits for the goblin to get to the bottom. Anything you guys want to do while this is happening?
Is this the goblin that was outside?
It was the one that you saw go inside. It's not like, so there's the one that was...
And he came out with through the vent.
No, the guy didn't go inside. He just opened the door crack and then backed away so that people could get out that way, or so that people could get in that way. You're not sure, but like basically he unlocked the back door and then hid. And then up high, a door, like one of the windows sort of got hinged upwards, and a goblin is scaling down a rope, and a kobold is staying up high.
Oh, interesting. So it wasn't that they didn't come out of the door that the goblin unlocked.
That's correct. I will draw a little better what's going on.
Yeah, that is weird that they wouldn't have come out the door that was unlocked for them.
Buddha does come up, and he says in his own voice, although it doesn't look like him, "What's the holdup?"
Whoa. Is that his boreal?
Yeah, illusion.
Yeah, thought so.
Oh, wait, you rejoined me?
Yeah.
And yeah, just waiting to see what they're doing. But I don't know. I guess because not sure if they called for some sort of backup or something, but it looks like they're just escaping.
At this point, I think taking them down and asking what they're doing might be a quicker way to find out.
Yeah, I mean, we can attack them while they're trying to escape. To have like advantage, I guess. Well, he's on the rope down. We can. So one of them already got down, right?
One of them. I'm going to let you have like one round of attacking them on their way down from your talking, if you want to do something, and the other one is staying up at the top.
I want to shoot my. As he's climbing down, I want to shoot my Eldritch Blast, but in my hidden spot.
All right. So from your hidden spot, you are going to attack. Go ahead and roll. You have. I'm going to give you advantage because they are climbing down a rope and are not able to dodge. They're at disadvantage.
So advantage is rolling twice.
Yep, and you take your higher roll.
So is a hit.
4.
Okay, roll to hit is a 20, a
Yes.
d20.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So I rolled a 12 plus 5, so 17. Is that a hit?
Just check here. 17. Yeah, just barely. They're a little
Barely.
far away and they're small. And they're moving down pretty quickly. But you managed to zap them. How much damage are you doing?
8. Can I apply my 4 here?
No, that's only to hit. It's not to damage, unfortunately.
Alright, roll to 8. 8 damage. That's pretty good.
All right. It's taken 8 damage. Makes a bit of a noise. And then the kobold who's up top looks worried. Eastboreal, are you doing anything before I let the bad
Isboreal
guys have a
pushes
turn?
Mog forward and says, "Go, my beautiful blossom of wile."
Okay.
And then he's also actually going to, he'll point at the one who was hit, and kind of, basically you just hear a "ah!" and is viciously mocked. So it wasn't
Okay.
routine.
15 isn't. I'm not going to reach it. So what's the damage?
All of a 1 point of psychic damage. And disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of his
Okay.
turn.
Does he not fall off of the rope that he's coming down from?
It's a good question. He's got 2 attacks.
False.
Okay, well, I gave him a roll to hold on with the advantage or disadvantage. My first roll was not good. My second roll was a 1. So yeah, I'm going to definitely say he falls the rest of the way. So he's going to take an extra d6 damage. So he falls to the ground and is barely up. Like, oh. And Mog doesn't rush up to finish him off. Mog rushes up to where you saw the goblin hide and attacks the hiding goblin. Let's see how that goes. Oof. That's a good hit. That's an 18. And let's see what damage she does here. So we gotta jump between things. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves or sing songs of encouragement.
Na, 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 na.
Good thing we're going underground for a few months after this. Like literally going underground.
Yeah, she smacks him pretty good. And you're ah, and then gives another swack and misses with her second attack. But is going to use her action surge and is going to try to attack again. And then you hear another ah, and we're going to go back to the guys that are getting out. The kobold now closes the gate, like knocks the rope off, closes the gate, and scampers onto the top of the building.
Closes what gate?
Like the window that they slipped out of.
But
On
not
top
the
of the
back
building.
door. But not the back door. Wait, how did they get to the top of it from the inside?
Yeah, that's how they were escaping out the window at the top of the building. They were scaling down this window, down the wall.
And so the kobold just goes up to the top.
Yeah.
To the roof, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it doing anything else?
That's all that you see and hear. It is Bug's turn. There is a goblin at the base of the building who's looking pretty out of it.
Okay, I'm gonna go there and threaten him with a dagger.
All right, give me your threat. What do you say?
I'll be like, tell us what's going on, or else I will stab this dagger in your throat.
Give me a intimidation check.
Okay. Can I still use the D4?
Yes. Oh no, wait, it's not on ability checks, is
It's
it?
for attack rolls and saves. Yeah.
Yeah. So then intimidation got 10 total.
10. He looks at you and says,
Tell me what's going on.
"What's going on is you're in a big world of trouble now.
I stabbed him with a dagger.
Go for it."
I stabbed him on the chest, not on the throat, because I
Okay. Roll to hit.
be able to say what's going on. Roll to hit. Okay, wait, hold on. How is it? D20.
Yeah.
11 plus 4, 15.
He's fast. You plunge your dagger towards him, aiming for his
Is that
chest.
with your D4?
Oh, can I add
Can you
a
add a
D
d4 to that? Yes, you
Oh.
can. It's any attack roll.
and add a 4? So, what is that? What it? Yes, 19.
He's fast. He dodges out of the way, but not as fast as you. And
Oh,
you would have hit him by 1, but now you hit him by 5. And you slice him across the chest, and that was just enough for him to just pass out on the ground.
okay.
Mog holds one up, says, I got this one.
Let's tie them up.
You see Zip and Swell drag the big bugbear around.
Are we still in initiative?
If you want to do something about the one on the roof, we can still be in
Yes.
initiative, yes.
Yeah. So it points up at the one and says, he's still getting away. And
I can't grow that big, Mog says.
And you see a little glimmer of taking out from the bottom of his feet to the top, and he will. How high is this building?
40
I can
feet.
teleport 40 feet. Okay. Can I jump and then cast Misty Step?
If you do an acrobatics check, I will say that you can run and jump on top of some, like, crates or whatever.
Okay. That is a 14 for my acrobatics check.
14. Yep, no problem.
Okay. So you see this blonde, kind of hulking farm boy looking kind of dude jump up on top of a crate, get like a little bit of a skitter, and then as he's scrabbling against the wall, he just vanishes and reappears on the ceiling. And yet the voice you heard was Espurios.
And Mog looks at her sister and says, It's an illusion. It's Fancy Boy.
Fancy.
And you get up to the top. Give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm. 16.
You don't see any kobold out here at all. You see a bunch of different, like, sort of venting things and chimneys and all that kind of stuff that's up there. But you don't see anybody right now.
If I cast a minor illusion of like a low mist in the area, does it just roll around anything?
It would not make a invisible person visible. It would be like where it would go where you wanted it to go. Like it would be an illusion,
Regardless of, yep.
whether somebody was there or not.
Okay. He's going to. There are places to hide on the top of this roof, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's just gonna run around to the other side of the things and check hiding spots.
Okay. So now you're doing an active perception check. So yeah, give me a perception check. Yeah, like you did last time.
18.
Zip's gonna ask Mog, what's he doing up there?
The kobold went up to the roof.
I'm gonna go too. Espurial always needs backup. And I'm gonna climb up it. There was a rope, right?
There was a rope, but it got dropped down.
Oh, okay.
The kobold dropped the rope, closed the window, and scurried on top.
Swell will grab that rope and then start to tie up the other two.
Okay.
That we've got.
Oh, they're all unconscious, all three of them?
Yes. The only one that's left is the kobold.
Is there any obvious way to get up onto the roof?
Give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
The D4 does not count for that.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's a 16.
Yeah. You think that you probably could, if you jumped on that thing, and then on that chain, and then up there, because remember I said it was like a staggered building? So it's 40 feet at the back. But as you look down the side alley, you're like, if I go up that, I could get up to the 30-foot high one and climb up there, maybe. But you're definitely going to have to make acrobatics or athletic checks to get to the top, depending on how Zip's going to do it.
I like the idea of Zip's brain just going furiously doing the calculations.
You're looking at it, and you see it as trees and rocks and branches, because that's where you've trained. And it's like it's superimposed over top.
All right,
The concrete jungle.
And yeah, I'll run and climb up.
So give me, like I said, acrobatics or athletics. Whatever is Zip's strong suit.
Does the D4 count for this?
This is a skill check, so no.
No? Well, she got a 7.
All right, so she runs and jumps onto the top of the building, and then gets like, and then like it's just holding onto the edge, and is like, oh, even if I pulled myself up, I'm not going to be up high enough. Oh, and you drop yourself to the ground.
Oh, I was going to say, like, Bug!
Well, you could, but Bug isn't gonna, I don't know what Bug's gonna do. But
No,
yeah.
Mog.
Oh, Mog.
Not Bug. What's Bug?
I don't know. So you start yelling for Mog. Eastboreal, what's going on with you?
He's having not seen anything with his perception check, right?
Yeah.
The 18. He is going to instead try and listen.
That's still a perception check, but yeah, go ahead. Give me another
Yeah.
perception.
$16.
16.
Oh. Oh, maybe not. Well, anyway, that might be for next round.
Okay. Yeah. With a 16, still, there's people yelling and clanging and making noise down below, but you don't hear anything up here.
What material is this roof made of?
It would be made out of stone, except for the metal that is, coming out as the, some of the venting systems and that sort of stuff. There'd be some stone chimneys, but you're mostly looking at mostly stone with some metal.
Okay. Well, he is going to then clomp around as if doing a flurry of searching, and then is there a roof within easy jumping distance?
It would be, I don't know, depends on what Eastboreal's jumping skills are, but you'd be, yeah, I would say probably not, because the alleyways have been fairly wide, like, at least 10 to 15 feet away to the next building. Because they want to have enough room to move things around again, sort of like out on the main streets.
And there's no hatch or anything?
Yeah, we'll say there's a hatch, absolutely. There should be a hatch that somebody can come up and clean stuff and pipe breaks.
Okay. He is actually going to go back over the edge of the roof, because it's within clambering distance, right? Where the window was.
Sure.
And then he's just going to hide. And keep a watch out to see if anyone moves. Or basically, he does a huge, as if annoyed, and then goes back over the edge, and then will hide.
Okay.
But keep an eye out on the roof.
All right. Mog comes over and tries to help up Zip. And Mog is giving you a bit of a push, and so I'm going to let you do another check to see if you can get up. Standing on her shoulders.
22.
22? All right. She gets you up to like that next lip that like you would have had more difficulty getting to, and you pull yourself up and you clamber up onto the 30-foot high roof.
All right. I'll be like, thanks, sis.
Good luck.
I guess I'll do a perception check to see if I can see Ethereal or this elusive kobold.
Sure.
Nope. Natural one.
Natural one. No.
Cool.
So I
You're
guess
like-
I'll be like, Ethereal!
You find a gold piece on the roof.
Ooh.
And you're like, whoa, what's that? And you pick it up, and it's not even a gold piece. It's clearly a fake piece of gold.
Oh.
It says 1 counterfeit gold piece on it. And you pick it up, and it's like the weight is all wrong.
I'm gonna toss it.
Clang, 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 clang. Eastborough, you hear like an ooh, and then clang, 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 clang.
I mean, I was gonna keep an eye on the roof, so do I see Zip climbing?
Zip's down on the second, like the level lower. Like remember there
Oh, I
was
see.
steps.
Okay.
So like she's on the 30-foot high one, and you're keeping an eye on the 40-foot high one.
Right, okay.
Just, I'm not sure if this was mentioned before, but is it possible that like someone could jump from one roof to the other, or is it like 20 feet between rooftops?
10 foot between rooftops, so it's actually not that hard.
Hard for me.
I mean, to do a hang drop?
Huh.
From you're talking from like on top of the building to get from this level down to that level.
No, to get from the top of one building to another.
Right. To get from one building to the other, it would actually be, you'd have to go down to the lower level and then jump at least 10 feet.
Okay. So
Maybe
you're
like-
pretty confident that he's still on that rooftop.
Oh no. Well, I'm not, but
Swell is.
No, I mean, I was just trying to clarify what this layout was like. Anyway, can I call out to the guards inside and say, bottom foyer?
One of them comes to the back door shortly thereafter and is like, hey, what's going on? And it's another bugbear. This one is like got like really black, midnight black fur. What's going on?
These guys were just sneaking out through that vent up there.
Huh. Which one?
Oh, all of them.
Do-
Well, I mean, 2 of them are keeping lookout front,
No,
and this
which
one
vent?
came out through the vent.
Which
I don't
vent?
Just that one right there.
Okay. We're gonna go check on that. And it's like,
I think there's someone on the roof too.
and then he starts hollering out to the other people inside, like, check the roof! Check Gorgon's office! We got a couple at the back here. Looks like we've got it in hand here. I'll keep an eye on the back. Circle round.
And is one of them still awake? Because 2 of them are out cold, right?
I think they're all out cold. Mog knocked hers out. You knocked
Oh, did
yours
she?
out. And Bug knocked his out. I mean, with one healing spell, you can have one conscious again.
Can I just slap one awake? I don't want to waste this spell on.
can I do one with the exact opposite of healing spell?
Yeah. Can I pull a Hulk and just scream one of them back to life? I don't want to heal any of them.
Okay. He starts saying,
I will disarm them, though. I'll take sharp implements off them.
okay. And Zip, is there anything else you want to do up top?
Yeah, I guess I'll try and find Ethereal. So, Ethereal! Ethereal! Where are you?
Swirl does not answer. Because
I'll start
suspect-
calling out louder and louder. Ethereal! And I'll look around, I guess. Would that be another perception check?
Sure.
I got an 18 that time.
18. All right. You can hear people inside coming up towards one of the hatches on the roof. They're like there probably are ladders that go from level to level, so you could ascend to the 40 feet or descend to the 20 feet high roof. There's a large anvil on the front of the building. I think that would be how they would decorate it, like down here on the 10-foot level.
I guess I'll go up.
Okay.
So I didn't quite understand the makeup of this before. I thought it was just like the one roof, and then there was like a tier around the side. So my assumption was that wherever he was, he would have had a view of the whole roof.
Okay.
Which doesn't seem to be the case.
You could have, if you walked to, like, I would have assumed that you were sort of here, and you would have been able to see all the way down, except for anybody who was hiding right up against the edge.
Right.
And we can say that you walked down there and then walked back up. You still wouldn't have seen or heard anything differently.
Mm-hmm.
I will let you guys know now that they became invisible and then flew away using their wings.
They have wings?
Some kobolds have wings, and this one did. It just was hiding them.
He's the main character of his own story.
But yeah, he was the special guy they brought in after they lost their goon. The one who had the special wand to open the locks and everything.
After hearing the commotion, I guess, going on, and the fact that it sounds like guards have finally been alerted and are fucking doing something, Isporta kind of throws up his hands and then makes a little quirk of a hand gesture, and his features melt back down. His body reverts back to the way that it normally looks.
All right.
He looks up and waves over at Zip.
I'll go over and be like, did you find him? Where you go?
Nothing. Looked around for a while, tried to hide out, despite your attempts to call me out of hiding, and nothing. I do not care to be skulking up here and be caught by the guards and have them think that I'm one of the thieves, so...
Yeah, we look pretty suspicious. Maybe we should cheese it.
Jesus,
yeah.
boss!
So basically the guards are going to come up through the hatches, and they're going to find Zip, and they're going to ask you a bunch of questions, and you're going to answer them, and they're all going to, bring in the, city guards, and you're going to spend a few hours answering questions. Do you guys want to basically just say everything as, just give them the full-on truth? Are you giving them different versions of the stories? Like, who's saying what?
I guess it depends on who's asking whom.
So you've all been...
Swell tells the whole truth. I'm assuming Zip's gonna be like telling them lies. They get a different story from every single one of us, I think. I don't know.
Will probably try to get everyone to just shut up and let him do the talking.
Okay. You're separated into... You're taken into separate things to get interrogated by the Bronze Griffins, the name of the police force here in the city.
Zip will tell them the truth as far as she understands it, which is that Espurial thought these guys looked shifty, so we followed them? I don't know. And also they rolled me and they stole my stuff.
Right. You don't say that you were in prison earlier in the day, though.
No, unless they recognize me.
So we'll tell them the truth as far as he understands it, and that they were bad people and they were breaking into places, and I just did what any good citizen would do and tried to stop them from doing that. And we don't know what they were doing in there, but they were being naughty.
Esporial will do something sort of like the truth, in as much as he says his friend Zit got cruelly assaulted by these this mob of criminals, and when they were helping her out, we stumbled across them and went after them, and they looked like they were up to no good, so we followed them around to see what they were doing and tried to alert some of the guards, and I'll talk about the guards. Be like, look, you can check in with the girls at the, whatever the name of the second room was. They did not believe us, and the first one, we were too scared to try and enter, but the second one, we tried to alert the guards, and they didn't believe us, and then the third time around, they finally did something.
All right. And, Bug, what about you? What are you doing?
Yeah, I just tell the truth, like, what, as far as we understand.
Okay. I want Zip and Aesborial to make deception checks then.
$11?
Okay.
Is 19.
19. All right. It takes you a while. It's probably after midnight. It's probably like 1 a.m. when they let you go out of the guards post after having interviewed you guys, and they're like, if we need to get in touch with you, we'll be around to Zunk's place.
Okay.
All right, kids, thanks for doing good. Enjoy the rest of the festival while you can.
Could go back to the Ferris wheel.
Well salutes him. He says, "Yes, sir."
Is the
I'm trying to get him
festival,
to-
what time does it end?
Sorry, what was that, Bug?
What time does the festival end? Yeah.
It basically will go until like maybe like the rides will probably run until 2 a.m, 3 a.m. So
Okay.
you might be able to catch like the last few rides. But then again, like after that, it usually doesn't settle down. It's not like it's like, okay, everybody went to bed. It's like then it's like the party still continues on the street. Yeah. There's still music, and the vendors have packed up, but then other vendors come out and are selling like coffee and things to help keep you stay awake, and there's dancing.
Okay. Oh,
Aesborial will look at the others and be like, well, might as well make use of this ticket while we have it. It's only good for a few more hours.
yeah.
Also, at the top of a Ferris wheel is probably a good place to talk without being overheard.
That sounds good to me. Yeah, let's go.
All right. You can fit easily 4 people into one of these Ferris wheel carts. You probably could try and squish in with Bug, like all 5 of you, if Mog is there as well. Zip and Mog is will come with you, but is also happy to, like, if you guys want to go without her, she's like, whatever, you guys have fun. Eastborough, you're allowed to skip the line, and everybody is quite friendly to you.
Good for squishing her either way. But
Basically, I'm trying to figure out, because Swell and Zip had earlier said that maybe they would ride this together, and whether, like, are you going to take the opportunity to say, oh, we'll take the next car, or whether you're going to be like, no, let's all ride together. We're bonding as a group tonight. Like, I don't know what you're feeling.
Swell will realize it's a bit of a tight fit and say, "Oh, I can catch the next one." I don't. It might be a bit. Yeah, it might be a bit tight with all of us in there.
Well, I'm going in this one. And Mog pushes Zip and says, "You ride with Dorcas over there, okay?"
So, well, we have to discuss what's going on. It's hard to discuss on someone's in the other cult unless you want to be shouting back and forth.
Well, can we? How do we?
We'll have all night to discuss. We'll go to another rooftop. We can go on 2 times.
That's two. This brother just throws up his hands. And
Mog leans over and whispers, "Come on, be a good wingman."
he just looks at Mog and then looks at Zip and then looks at Swell and just like And then he literally goes just a little bit green, and then turns away and says, "That is a horrible idea. Oh my goodness."
Oh, well, maybe we shouldn't have bubblegum then. And Mog sits down and tries to take up as much space as possible.
The ride guy is just like getting angry. Can you just like hurry up?
Yeah.
Come on, there's people waiting, guys. Get in or get off. 1, 2.
Across from Mug.
Pardon?
It's where it finally gets in.
We get in sits across from. He sits across from Mug. Yeah.
Okay. Zip, are you going to wait for the next one or hop in?
I'll wait for the next one.
Okay. So then the cars are going and the music is playing and you guys are getting like this incredible view of the city. You had a good view from the rooftop earlier, but where they've positioned this Ferris wheel in relation to where all of the architecture in the city is, it gives you like an incredibly nice view of the gardens and outside of the mountain and the royal palaces and all those sort of things that, you know, all the buildings that they've taken care to build, not necessarily like the quickly ramshackle put together places. Yeah, go ahead and have any conversations you want to have while you're riding.
I'll be like, there's my look, there's my. Can I see my house? I guess. No.
When you get up to the very top, you probably would be able to see your house very, very, very far away, and only because you know what you're looking for.
Okay. Well, I'm just along the way. I point out to things I recognize. I feel like, look, there's the library or whatever.
That's where I met Boxy, in that alleyway.
All the memories.
That's the dumpster where I used to scavenge my meals from.
I'll be like, look, that's my home, and then you're like, that's just a dumpster.
And Swell and Zip, you guys go in the next car, and then like he looks at the next two, and is about to let them in with you. Are you gonna like try and get in the car to yourselves, or are you gonna let like two other people join in? It's another couple of teenagers, a couple of young men.
Can I try and slip him a gold coin?
Sure. He's like,
Maybe slide
yeah, you
back.
guys, hold off.
One
And
gold.
they look a little frustrated, but they're okay with it. You guys are riding the Ferris wheel together.
Oh, quite a night, eh?
Yeah, are you okay? How are you feeling?
Well, you know, I'm a little beaten up. But
Gonna cast Cure Wounds on you and try and get rid of that black eye. Got. That is, you get 10 hit points back. Are you feeling okay?
I'm fine. Are you feeling okay?
I mean, I didn't get the snot kicked out of me, so I'm okay.
Well, you can't win them all, right? It was 4 against 1. What was I supposed to do?
Get back up.
Yeah.
And then it's really awkward for the rest of the room.
So, what's what's Sundar up to these days?
God stuff.
Yeah.
You know, just general God stuff. Smiting and that kind of thing.
What's the word? What's the word from Sundar?
Ooh.
The thunder's the word.
Yeah. He just makes the noise of thunder. He's just like I guess that's his word. How he speaks to people. Yeah.
Realize I don't actually know what Ferris wheel cars look like or how they attach.
Well, this is a fantasy world, so maybe they're attached with magic, so you draw it however you want.
Gravity magic.
Sure, so what is
Yeah.
All right.
And did he already? I guess no. I already gave you the stuffy from earlier.
I've still got it. Yeah, I recovered it.
Do you hold it close or put it beside you? What do you do with the big stuffy?
Yeah, I've got it like in the crook of my arm.
I got you the fire one because you're always angry.
Because I'm on fire?
Yeah.
Oh, not tonight. Hey, thanks for helping me get my stuff back. I mean, I know that it's kind of your stuff too, but...
Oh. Yeah. He just looks out the window.
I wouldn't have lost it, if that's what you're thinking. Like, I was going to get it back when I woke up from being pummeled. I mean...
Well, we did get it back, so... You know.
Yeah.
But, next time, maybe come and get us so we can, help you pummel them. Or at least get me. I can help.
Sure. Nothing I love more than asking for help.
Nothing wrong with it. Anyway. Yeah, and then he just makes small talk for the rest of the ride.
So, at that point, Mog leans down and is like, "What have you named the stuffy?"
I called it Flame Boy.
And then Mog tells you to tell a story about a certain thing in the past, which is personal to you. Tell him about the such and such. Tell him about the time we
About the
did.
time that we made that bonfire out of coconuts and it exploded. And I got hot coconut juice all over my face, and then it got burned, and I had to go to school the next day with burned coconut juice all over my face. Yeah, good times. That's what Flame Boy reminds me of.
Getting burnt? Third-degree burns?
Yeah.
All right. And with that, you guys end your awkward teenage excursion on the Ferris wheel. Are you guys going to try to go again all in one car now? Mog says, come on, let's all jam in.
All right.
Bug, here, sit on my lap. Give him some space.
Okay.
And she tries to pick you up and put you down in a very, Santa Claus paternal or maternal sort of way. In no way trying to make a move on you.
Okay. I mean, I let that happen.
Isburiel, you had plans. What did you want to say?
All right. Whose idea was it to call the city guard so that before we could even? Did you even search the bodies?
Yeah.
Did we find anything?
I definitely said that I took stuff off them. I didn't get a chance to roll for anything, or didn't get any loot from it. But I also, like, none of us called the guard. They just kind of showed up before we had a chance to do anything.
Yeah, so the things that they would have had on them that was of interest and you may want to have pocketed was a few copper coins, lockpicks, their weapons, and what seemed to be slightly more, you understand why they would have it later, is they had little locks and keys with them, like, that look ornamental.
Ornamental?
Yeah.
Did any of them say anything
No, they
when
were
you
all
were
unconscious.
beating them down? I mean, when
I thought
when you were
Mog
fighting?
had kept one awake, but she knocked him out. The big bugbear went down pretty hard.
Mine went down too easy. Sorry about that. I mean, I didn't kill him, but yeah, he was a little guy. He was good for sneaking, not so good for fighting.
Well, they said something like we're gonna be in trouble or something.
Yeah, what was the name? He said it's the worldwide thief organization that everyone knows about.
The key.
Yeah.
I heard of it. We're trying to make a history check.
Yeah, you definitely have heard of it, Eastboreal.
Okay. The key. Oh, what interest do they have in this little town?
Well, I'm sure that they, anywhere that there's crime.
You know that, like,
Still.
it's a town full of steel and metal and gems. All sorts of good stuff in here.
What were the ornamental locks and keys? Were they or anything?
What sort of check would you want to do?
Well, investigation, I guess. Like if I'm looking at something.
Sure, give me an investigation.
That's one. Oh, that's a 14 though.
The keys fit in the locks and they open, but you don't see any other thing than that. It was like one had it as a bracelet, another one had it in their pocket, and another one had it around their neck.
I bet these are like symbols of their office or like whatever, of their group.
Right. If they are in fact a part of the key.
Yeah. Lock and keys.
Yeah, I was thinking catching them and making them talk would be the easiest way to find out, and now they are simply under guard by
Well, I
the
thought we'd have a chance before the watch arrived, but they came pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean, is it too late to like retroactively interrogate one of them, or is that moment passed?
If you had said, I want to bring one back to life, like I wanted to cast a spell on them to wake them up, then you would have been able to interrogate. But you specifically said, will slapping wake them up? And I said, no, you could heal one. You said, I'm not going to heal one. So they weren't going to wake up before, like it was going to be hours before they woke up.
Sorry.
I'm letting you do the...
I didn't want to waste my healing spell on them, and to be honest, the watch got there before you got back as well, so we just didn't have enough time. Honestly, it felt really rushed by how quickly they arrived, so I don't know how they found out so quick.
Possibly the ones from the back. The last one may have heard something. It's not far away, but regardless, what's done is done. suppose the only other alternative is to sneak into the jail and try to question them there. But at this point, we have not even gone into the laboratory. That might be more worth our time.
Well, maybe it's good that, we don't get ourselves involved in this. Seems like it's just a whole nother crime organization. We don't have time for it.
Mog looks at you and says, "Oh, we're involved now."
Well, maybe
There's
they'll
always
find us.
time, that's fine.
Maybe they'll come after us. Then we can find out more.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it.
Looking on the right side of life.
Yeah.
Isabel actually does seem genuinely, pleased by this.
Well, we're about to go underground for literal months, so maybe that's also a good thing. I don't really want a world-spanning crime organization looking for me.
Yeah. I guess they know our faces, right? So they would be able to find us.
Yeah, there's all sorts of ways to scry on somebody who you've seen and know, especially if you've seen them in person.
It's fine. We'll be able to take them on when the time comes.
The keys look like anything I've seen before.
Yeah, I'd say that because of your history, you've seen people who are sort of showing them in some of the shadier places that you had been. And yeah, they are a symbol of belonging to the group. The ones you saw, you think that probably at least one of them was fake because of the person who had it. You're like, oh, that probably just have that's not a real thing. They're probably going to end up in trouble if they keep walking around with that, pretending. But yeah, you've probably seen somebody who legitimately has has used them before as a symbol.
Mm-hmm. And do I recognize what kind of ranks or anything these are, if they do indicate a rank?
Yeah, you would think that everybody that you've met would have had lower ranking ones, and these look like those.
Really?
You've never met a boss,
Right.
Or an underboss or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably met somebody who forged documents.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the types of people that be in the circles you're running, I'm guessing.
Well,
Also, this burial, how long have you been able to look different? Is that...
I've
Is
always
that new?
been able to do illusions. No.
Oh,
He does you've seen them before, he does the little rose that floats above his hand and then it disappears and he does a little shower of sparks. He does the rock that covers him.
Oh yeah, I've seen those before, but you've never made yourself look different. That's really
Never
cool.
been a reason. It's the same thing that Bug can do.
Best I can do is the mustache. Looks really fake.
Well, in any case, that chapter's behind us. Done and dusted.
Well, I'm glad we stopped here. This was very fruitful. Hey, when we're supposed to ask somebody how to get into the caves under the town? Isn't that why we came here? Man, we should make sure we do that before we leave.
Didn't we come here for the laboratory?
We came in directions.
It was 2 reasons.
Wait, what? Why did we come here?
So one of the reasons was to ask somebody for how do we quickly and easily navigate our way through the mountains to get down to the big crevice that you're looking for, and maybe see if you could find out more specifically where in the crevice Doomhilda's crypt could be. And the other reason is you wanted to check in to see if there was any clues about the orange-haired person or whatever else you wanted to research to see if your master had any notes on it or
Right.
any inclination about that. But you're enjoying the night and the cool night air and the hustle and bustle. You guys have been, spent a lot of days cramped up inside of a machine and being aboard the sea, but haven't really been amongst city folk for a while. So some of you are enjoying it more than others. I imagine Swell is probably not enjoying it super much, but having this moment of calm in the Ferris wheel is probably a little nicer than being in the hustle and bustle down below.
Oh, he's been in cities before. I think he prefers traveling, but
You've got an Aarakocra's eye view on things right now.
exactly.
But you guys get off the ride, you go on the roller coaster. The roller coaster is fun, and it takes you through the caves, and there's light shows, and there's illusions of, spooky ghosts and dragons and all sorts of things that go on. And it's pretty cool, but it's nowhere near as fast as you went in the Bugmobile. So I'm not going to have you guys do any sort of check to see how scared you are of it. It's not... You guys are like, oh yeah, that was a nice little ride.
That was quaint.
Yeah, the spine grinder. Very, very nice. Quaint ride. And do you guys want to call it a night, or do you guys want to carry the party going on further?
I would like at least to end, if that's okay with everyone, finding out what our hand friend has been up to. I feel like
we should at least walk into the lab.
Yeah.
Before we...
If that's okay with everyone. But
Yeah, okay. So we go home.
All right.
We go to Zuck's place.
You're on your way back to Zunk's place, and Bug, you see an old friend of Zunk's, actually one of the guys who is probably one of the most knowledgeable sages in the entire city. And he's an old man, but he is sort of like a hype beast, where he is dressed in the latest fashions. He's got those animated GIF clothing that you can get from the place where you guys just were. He's got lots of gold and jewelry and stuff because of the Gempire. That's the sign of fashion. He's got pierced ears, pierced nose, pierced lip, all sorts of piercings. And this goblin, he's got a Dayglow animated fabric cape of a shark riding a lollipop down a lightning bolt while biting an armored skeleton in half. And as the lightning flickers, you can see shapes of vampire Pegasus in the clouds. And he's like, Bug! What's sparkling my crunchy?
What's his name?
His name is Boopy.
Booby?
Boopy. Boopy.
Boopy, okay. Hey, what's up, Boopy?
Hey! Haven't seen you forever. How's Zunk?
Were you at the festival?
Yeah. Party's just starting.
Wait, this is we're still at the festival? Or?
Yeah, you guys are on the way out of the festival. It's basically sort of closing down. It's 2 in the morning maybe, and you're heading back. And he's on the outskirts of it, and he's with a bunch of other people. He's like, yeah, these are my friends. We're all gonna go dancing.
Oh, dance? Where are you going dancing?
Oh, a little club. You want to come?
Oh yeah, we should go dancing with them.
I'm good.
It'll be really fun.
I mean, yes.
We wanted to check out. Yeah, no, actually, we have to, we gotta, we got stuff to do. But I want to catch up, so you should come by tomorrow morning.
You meet. Why don't we meet up? After lunch at least.
All right. Well, let's meet up after lunch.
Yeah, I'll swing by.
Okay.
All right, take it easy, my crunchies. Woo!
Fun.
He's just
Bye.
dancing away. And you guys get back to Zunk's place, and you use the special passwords and keys and things to let yourself in. And the laboratory door is closed with a sign on it that says, "Do not disturb. I'm making something. Sutran."
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And there's, you know that you can go upstairs to the bedrooms and just crash out without having to go in there, or you could go in right now.
Well, it says do not disturb.
It would be rude to disturb.
You know. So wait, laboratory door is like there's no window or anything?
That's right.
Is there a keyhole or anything like that?
An incredibly tiny keyhole. Like, you wouldn't really see a lot, but you can.
I'll look through it.
Okay. Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
A 10.
It's dark.
It's dark.
Yeah, it's hard to see. It's like looking at your eyelash.
Can we hear anything?
You can hear, yeah. You can hear, I guess, metal on metal. With a 10, you're like, it sounds maybe like a bolt being turned by a wrench. Like there's a crank, 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 crank. It's not that loud, but.
Well, maybe she's building a robot body for herself. But let's not disturb her. What if, obviously she wrote that note for us. Let's just go to sleep and we'll find out tomorrow morning.
All right. Well, let's make sure the house is locked in case those guys come back.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
So you guys crash out, and are you going to set up any sort of guard system, or just assume that you guys are safe inside?
Boxy will be our guard.
All right.
Isporel is definitely going to get up and sneak out to go find this club.
Okay. Yeah, it's not hard to find somebody who wants to, who is still partying and can let you know where to go. And it's you. Mm-hmm. And do you specifically want to find the place where that guy was, or just where other people are? Anybody?
Just where other people are. They're just dancing, and he doesn't have to know anybody or anything.
Sure. Anything you specifically want to accomplish by doing that, other than it just being a character moment?
No, he's just gonna blow off some steam.
All right. You blow off some steam. You dance. The music is good. You hear some songs that. What was that?
I was like, how do you sneak out past the alarm and stuff?
Because he overheard the passwords, and.
Okay. So you know how to get in and lock the door.
Yeah.
You lock the door and everything.
I mean, if you don't want to let Isporil get out, then you could have made it more difficult. But
no, that's fine. I wasn't sure.
Okay. You probably had to nick the key from Bug.
No.
Or Boxy. Convince Boxy to part with it or something.
Yeah. I'll bribe him with the gem from my little velvet bag.
Whoa, his eyes light up big. Yeah. So yeah, you spend the evening partying. I should have said, you guys remember how you have those devices where you can listen to music? They definitely have, during the festival, had places where you could get more songs. And so maybe, those of you who use it could have picked up some new music. And East Boreal, yeah, the music here it's to your liking.
I think it's Boreal is one of those hipsters who doesn't have one of those because he's being all retro. He's like, oh, live music or bust.
The sound quality is just not the same unless it's live.
Yeah. Yeah.
It compresses the audio quality down quite a bit, and
it's really just not, you don't get that certain je ne sais quoi.
So the next morning you guys are all together and you're having some food that you're able to scrabble together from the stuff that hasn't gone bad in Zunk's place. He probably didn't have like too much fresh stuff because he knew he was going on a little trip anyways. And in the morning you are met by, you guessed it, Robot Body Sutran. If you remember, there was a gauntlet that he had been working on the table. So that gauntlet is now a functional hand. And inside is where Sutran is, like inside the cauldron body. And she's sort of moving it around like a mech. And
That's
like, hello. I am able to communicate and walk around like this.
Well, this is...
I'm just kidding. I don't have to have the robot voice.
Oh, good, because I was going to say somehow it manages to make you even more creepy than you were when you were a disembodied hand that had no voice.
I know.
That's saying something.
Yeah,
so do you still need to find the rest of your body now that you have a robot body?
I don't have to. In order to cast spells, I can cast spells now, guys.
Why don't you
do my magic.
cast a spell to find where your body is?
Oh, my body's gone, but my other hand I can find.
Right.
Yeah, if I get my other hand, my memories will come back. So I'm pretty into that idea.
This is awesome. I'm happy for you.
I was gonna head out, guys. It's been awesome hanging out with you guys, but it seems like you've got not a lot of space in that bugmobile, and you know what you're doing, and you got me this far, and I'm really thankful. But, I think my fate lies somewhere else.
No. Don't do it. Stay with us.
Do you want to try to make a persuasion check?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well, she can do magic now, right? So she's even more useful.
Yeah.
Oh, no. 6 plus persuasion P. 1. 7. Oh, you're so useful.
You guys are pretty useful too now. I'm really impressed with how you guys are growing.
I understand. It does not seem likely that we will be going toward the direction that you thought your hand was anytime soon. So we seem to be going underground.
Yeah, and, we can still message each other. I'll stay in touch.
How? How do we message each other?
I'll tell you what, every day I will send you guys a message and you can message me back. So if you have any more wizard questions in the morning, you can ask me. I'll check in with you. So I won't be able to help you in the moment, but if you're stuck somewhere and you need some help, some expertise.
How do we send a message?
I'll message you every morning.
Oh, but then how do we message you back?
You'll have 25 words to send a message back to me.
Okay, got it.
So I can send you 25 and you can send me 25.
Guys, you're just gonna let her leave like this? Say something.
Who'd you say that to?
What?
Who'd you say
Oh,
that to? Oh, to all of us?
yeah.
I mean, she's been in the box for however long it's been. I think she deserves a chance to make her own decisions about where she wants to go.
Yeah. As much as I wanted to stay, I think it's up to her if she goes.
Yeah, you go, girl. You get that hand back. Don't
I
let
will.
nobody hold you down.
And you know, of course, if you do need help, you can send a message and we'll see what we can do.
Of course. Hopefully some of the people I used to know are still around and can maybe help me out. Elves are pretty long-lived. So I should have at least a few friends that are still around. But, yeah, this is really awkward, but let me try giving you a hug, Bug. And these comes in with a robot cauldron hug.
I hug back. Be like, we're gonna miss you. But I guess they're right. You need to go and find your hand.
It's goodbye, but it's not forever, Bug. I'll see you again sometime.
Goodbye for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you created an awesome body for yourself.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind I took the hand and all the stuff from your master's lair. I'll pay him back. When I get my body back and stuff, I'll come back and I'll repay him.
What is the hand? What is it?
It was a gauntlet that he was working on that was like this gauntlet that was supposed to capture spellcasting energy. Sort of like when somebody cast a spell at you, you could absorb it into your hand and then you could blast them back.
So like a normal person could wear it.
Potentially. It was commissioned by an adventurer, another gifted person. It was a tabaxi who had come to visit Zunk and was like, as a fighter, was like, I keep getting smoked by these spellcasters. I need something to take their spells and just eat them. What do you got? And they worked together and planned this thing out. And it is nowhere near being completed when you left, but it as far as the spellcasting ability, but the functionality of the gauntlet, had an individual fingers and stuff that she was able to use.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure you will make it. You can just make another one. Okay, have a good trip. Have a safe trip.
May all of your missions be successful. Good luck in finding Doomhilda. I know that you are a brave bunch and you'll prove yourself worthy of her hammer.
Good luck finding your hand and retrieving your original body. That's what you want, of course.
Yeah, send us a photo once you get it.
Sure, I'll send you an image of it.
Maybe you can commission a painting from the same painter who did all of the snake body ones.
It's a very good idea. All right. And on that note, we will end the evening's game. And we will find out what the sage has for you guys once he wakes up and is able to converse with people again after being out all evening and night and morning. Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And anybody have a favorite moment they want to mention for tonight, or should we just wrap things up quick?
I think I just want to point out that that Bug stabbed a guy. Just straight up stabbed him.
One's the wild side.
Yeah. Tell us what you know. No. All right.
I love
discovered his true self.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm not a humanoid anymore. I don't have to abide by humanoid rules.
He's fair. He's true to his word. He said he will stab him if he doesn't tell him. So he has to stay true to that.
Well, that pairs nicely with my favorite moment, which is just that Bug was the only one that wanted Sutran to stay, and Bug's the youngest. So it's like, you've got that scene of all the older people are like, okay, I understand, you've got to go. And the youngest one's like, no, why do you have to go? And it's like the duality of Bug that, he'll stab you if you're a bad guy, but he's still not fully grown. He's still not, an independent in that way. That he likes having friends.
Could also be a little bit threatening in that he's like, no, you don't have to go or else I will stab you if you don't stay.
No, he wasn't like that. Friendship matters to Bug. It's one of the Bug's defining traits here.
Yeah. Also, she has a cool robot body now, and he likes robots more.
Well, that's true. Also, you can't
it is also
stab
probably
metal.
harder to stab.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
it's like clank, clank. Oh, didn't think this through.
All right. May all your marks be magical. Good night, everyone. Hopefully we'll see you next week for another amazing adventure. Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Night.